How we doing, everybody? Thank you guys for coming out. I really appreciate everybody. I know you guys take your time off on a Thursday night or to come out and learn about biohacking and what is biohacking and what does longevity mean to everybody. Start off with, I am John. I go by JohnXD. I am the owner and operator of here, OsteoStrong. And I am also the founder of Biohacking Las Vegas. So I'm the reason you guys are all here. And so thank you for coming, and I appreciate it. I'm very humbled by your presence. I'm humbled by the fact that everybody was able to get in this room together. Goal of Biohacking Las Vegas started very simply as people didn't know what biohacking was. I own a biohack center, and people just don't know what biohacking was. So I had to figure out a way to get everybody involved and get everybody to understand what we're doing here. We're in a different time in life where sometimes the medical side is a little bit different. So we're looking at focusing on a different way. How can we all be healthy? How can we all live longer? How can we live better? I know everybody's number in here is going to go up. Everybody's going to get a year older in another year. But how does that feel? Does it feel like you're getting older? Are you breaking down? Is your body going through something that we can do something different about? The vision simply of Biohacking Las Vegas was exactly what's happening here. We're just getting the community together. We're getting vendors together. We're getting doctors. We're getting functional medicine. We're getting practitioners. We're getting just different people in this industry to learn from each other. My goal in the very beginning was, I tell a lot of people this, right, Tim? If we can get everybody in the room together, we can have really cool conversations like what's happening now. You guys are all kind of communicating and you're learning from each other. That's what this should be about, learning from each other, because we don't know everything, especially me. I'm the first one to admit I do not know everything. I know quite a bit, but I do not know everything. I am a prominent biohacker. I know some of you know who I am. Some of you don't know who I am. I've been doing this for a few years now. OsteoStrong's been open almost 4 years. And since I started, we reopened back after COVID, I dove into biohacking. I dove in hard, okay? I'm one of those guys that used to be the workout guy, no pain, no gain. If you didn't crawl out of the gym, you didn't have a good workout. I was that guy. And for years and years, I wasn't getting healthy. I was getting stronger. I was getting better, but I wasn't really healthy. Now, once I started doing the biohacking stuff with some of the things I'll mention today, my life changed and my life got better. And I've got the numbers and I've got the biomarkers to prove it. And so what I encourage everybody to do is look outside the box, be open-minded to some of this stuff, because I know it sounds strange. You'll hear some different words tonight that you've never heard before, PEMF and brain tap and some of these cool things that you may or may not know about, but they are beneficial to us. We just have to know what they are and be open and embrace these things because they're here for us. We're in an amazing time, everybody, where this stuff didn't exist 30, 40 years ago, right? I've got people in here that are definitely my age and even older that we can all attest this stuff wasn't around, just wasn't available to us. But now that it is, I grabbed on with both hands, man. And I love what I do. I'm very passionate about what I do. And I'm also a component of what I do. I don't tell everybody to do things that if I've never done it, I try to give my own experience, my own testimonial. If some of you people may have seen Vegas Wellness, I am on the cover of Vegas Wellness. This was April of last year. And the reason I did that was because I wanted to talk about biohacking. So Stephanie, she's somewhere in here. Stephanie was nice enough to oblige me and put me on the cover so I could tell my story. Yeah. And thank you. Stephanie, where you at? Come show your face, girl. Where's she at? So this is Stephanie with Vegas Wellness. She's part of the reason that we're all here today too, because what she's trying to do is get the word out there that this could be a healthy wellness city. This isn't just Sin City and drinking and partying and stuff like that. What about the rest of us that don't do that? I want to live longer. I want to live better, and I want you all to as well. But it doesn't involve going to the strip and drinking and partying. Yes, you can do that on occasion. I understand everybody's got their moments. But at the end of the day, quality of life, right? We all want to live longer. We want to live better, okay? So what is OsteoStrong? So you guys are all standing in OsteoStrong. You're all standing in a biohack center. OsteoStrong is the biggest biohack center in the world. We have over 240 locations. We're in 14 different countries. We've done over 25 million sessions, and we've got over 100,000 members globally. So we're not small by any means. What does OsteoStrong do? We focus on skeletal strengthening. Everybody in here has bones, right? None of you are aliens. Robert's got bones for sure. So we all have bones, and what the science shows is at 30 years old, that's when our peak bone mass is, and we start losing bone density. And a lot of people don't figure this out until they go to a doctor and they get an osteoporosis, or they get a DEXA scan or a REM scan as we have here, and they find out they have osteoporosis or osteopenia. Well, what does that mean? It means that your bones are declining. And bones are a biomarker for longevity. Without your skeleton, your lifespan doesn't matter. I don't care how old you want to be. If you don't have any bone strength and your bones are disintegrated, you're not going to get there, okay? How many people want to live to 100? 100 plus? Yeah, okay, me too. Without your bones, none of you are going to do that. And your bones, the interesting part of that when I found out was your bones are connected to your muscle. So your bones are never going to let your muscles get stronger than your bones can support. Well, that's an important factor. So if we all want to gain muscle and we want to retain muscle because we need muscle to live life, we have to have bone strength as well, okay? So what we do at OsteoStrong, we have simply, they're kind of buried right now, but we have 4 machines. And you can talk to some of my members after. There's plenty of my members in the audience. And you can find out what we do, because all we're doing is simply 4 machines and also vibration, my little stage here. And by doing this once a week, we can actually show bones increasing strength, bone mineral density increasing. And we have plenty of people with DEXA scans to prove it. And then we've even got people like, who else can do this? Well, my youngest member is 18, and my oldest member is 90. And some of you people have met Robert. Robert's amazing. I thought he was going to come back tonight, but he hasn't been here. But I've got some of my members like Vanessa here. She's a triathlete. So can athletes do it? Can younger people do it? It doesn't matter. Everybody has bones. And what we've noticed with Vanessa is Vanessa's been doing triathlons for, what are we at?
10 years.
10 years plus. And before she came in here, she would get injured. And she would get injured quite a bit. And since we've been at OsteoStrong, how many injuries, Vanessa? Zero. So what's that worth to you guys? As an athlete, what's that worth? If you're unable to perform, as an athlete, that's your whole life, right? But as an amateur athlete, it's super important to her because she actually lives a normal life as well. She's not relying on just being an athlete and that pays the bills. She actually spends a ton of money on trying to make sure she can do what she does. But she loves to do it, so she shouldn't be limited on doing it because her bone strength is decreasing. That sounds silly, especially at your age. I'm going to call you out. You're in your 50s. But yeah, early or mid 50s, we'll call it. Late 50s, mid 50s, same thing. It's age is a number, though. We know that. So, like I said, with bones are the biomarker for longevity, and by knowing that, that's where we should all be interested in. Okay, well, maybe I should take a look at this OsteoStrong thing. We do complimentary sessions, so at any time, if you guys want to sign up for a complimentary session, please come on through. I'll put you through a session. You can get to understand it and see if you like it and see if it's for you. And then we've got other members that have been away for a little while, and then they come back to me, right?
Yes.
And what happened the first time you came back? What did you tell me?
Oh, I was able to get up from my TV couch and like this.
Yeah.
Before that, it was like, oh, and I kept thinking, I have to go back. I have to go back. Something's happening.
So she came back to me. Don't we love that? We love when people come back. Because what happens is when you stop doing OsteoStrong, you do see your body start to go into that decline again. So that's why we tell people we got to be consistent with this, and it is luckily it's only once a week, just so you know. It's not like a CrossFit where you got to come every day. You're only once a week here, so you only get to see me once a week. If you want to see me more, you can. It's okay. I understand. I'm pretty fun, and I have a lot of information. Some of the other stuff I want to talk about, B3 bands. How many people know what BFR is? BFR, okay. A lot of people know what BFR is. Where's Gaylord? Did Gaylord stay here? Gaylord? So this is, Gaylord is, we'll call it late 60s, early 70s. And Gaylord's a professional golf instructor. And so for him, being an instructor, that's his life. That's all he's done for 40 plus years.
45. Yeah.
So for him, he was unable to grip his clubs properly, and he's an instructor. So how does that look when your instructor can't do the things that he's training you to do? It looks terrible. So once he discovered BFR, what are we at, 4 years now?
Yeah, brought it into town 4 years ago.
About 4 years ago, he got into BFR and realizes that, wow, he can actually get stronger. He can actually release nitric oxide in his body. He can get HGH in his body. And he's got the gun show going on. I love it. But being a professional golf instructor, you've got to be the best. And he is one of the best. I have members that go see him. He is one of the best in the city, guys. So if you ever want to do golf instruction, if you want to learn a little bit something, go see this man. He'll take care of you. But what he does is he simply uses B3 BFR bands, 3-5 days a week, somewhere in there.
Yeah, just probably, honestly, if you understand it, you can get the benefits in 1 minute a day.
Yeah.
So if I'm feeling draggy in the morning, I'll get up, I'll put the bands on for maybe 2 minutes. I might just squeeze my arms and I'm just creating a hyperbolic crisis in my fast twitch muscles so that I can get the oxygen level below, the nitrous flows, and then the lactate hits, and that signals the brain. So we don't have to do mechanical workouts anymore to get the effect of high intensity exercise. So that means at 80 years old, you can get the effect of high intensity exercise sitting in a chair doing very little exercise.
See, I told you learn some cool words. We learned lactic acid, we learned nitric oxide. All these are fun things. Mitochondria. How many people know what mitochondria are? Yeah, okay. A lot of you haven't heard it since like 8th grade biology, but yeah, mitochondria. That's pretty cool. One of the other technologies we're going to talk about is Align Mat. How many people know about Align Mat or PEMF? Okay, you guys have heard about it. Okay, so what we have in the back room, if you guys want a demo, you can actually do one today. I've got Clark back there, and I've got Mike and Alyssa, the creators of Align Mat. I'm going to have them come up here in a little bit. And what they did was they created this mat that's extremely relaxing and puts your body into that parasympathetic and puts your body into that recover state. A lot of people have pain. A lot of people can't sleep. A lot of people have problems relaxing, and high energy people like myself, powering down is a problem. So laying on that Align Mat will change everything. It puts your body into that nice relaxed state. How many people have tried Align Mat? How many people have done demos or own one? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Anybody else that hasn't tried it, please, I do recommend you definitely get with Clark. He's got 2 different mats back there, and Mike and Alyssa can teach you all about it. They're the experts. They are the creators of it. Brain tap. How many people do brain fitness? Yeah, there we go. How important is brain fitness? How important is your brain?
Oh.
Pretty important, right, Roberta? Pretty important? Yeah, I think so. We all have one too, right? Everybody's got a brain. Okay. Sometimes mine goes away. So just so you know, I'm guilty too. Brain tap is, again, it's very synergistic with stuff like Align Mat. What we do is we simply put this headset on and we just kind of relax and just once again put your body into that parasympathetic and put your body into that recovery. What's nice about brain tap for me is, again, people with high energy that have trouble powering down, it lets me sleep. It really lets me go to sleep and go to sleep quickly. I can drop out fairly quick. And I don't know if a lot of people don't know my history. I'm also ex-Navy nuclear submarines. So my sleep wasn't great, okay? Coming out of being on a submarine, your sleep is trashed. Your sleep and your whole body is it's a wreck because of what we do. But now I'm able to recover and restore my body properly because I work out just like most of the people in this room. I do exercise, I do the normal stuff, and I have a business and run a place and do this kind of crazy stuff. So I need to power down because I need my recovery. So brain tap is another thing that really helps me do that. I also have brain tap back there. We can do demos if anybody's interested in doing a demo. Clark will actually put you on that as well. Okay. I want to talk about something that a lot of people don't know about. How many people know about hydrogen and molecular hydrogen? Okay. Molecular hydrogen. I learned about it a little over a year and a half ago now, and it was about drinking the water. What I've learned pretty recently is that you can not only drink the water, but you can also inhale the gas. I actually have the machine at my house. It has been life-changing for me. I actually, like I said, I have biomarkers to prove some of this stuff. And what it's done for me is just kind of, it's amplified everything I do. I recently had my blood work done. I talk about this in the next issue of Vegas Wellness. I had my blood work done, and my blood work looks fantastic. The doctor was so impressed that he's like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "I don't know. I do normal stuff and take supplements." He's like, "Well, you're doing something else that I haven't seen before." And so I talked to him about the molecular hydrogen machine. And again, it's something that a lot of people just don't know about. But hydrogen is the smallest molecule. It's who knows about the periodic table, right? It's where's hydrogen at? Right at the top, number 1. Why? It's the smallest molecule. It can get anywhere in our body. So if we could reduce oxidative stress, we can reduce free radicals. What is that going to do? Reduce inflammation. How many people have inflammation? Yeah, most of you should raise your hands. Everybody should raise their hands in here, even including me. I do have some inflammation. I have reduced inflammation, but I still have a little inflammation. And inflammation and stress are killers, right? Tim, how's inflammation doing for people? It's a killer. It'll kill you. Because your body will ball up and you hold toxins in your body, and it's no good for you. So we got to get this stuff out of us. So molecular hydrogen is also good for detoxing as well. Let's see. So the goal of all of this is, why I tell people about this is the goal is to invest in yourself. There is no better asset that you have, phone, watch, car, house, I don't care. The best asset you have, you're all in it. It's your body. That's your number 1 asset. Nobody can, and you only get one, everybody. You can't replace it, right? You can buy a new car. You can buy a new computer. I can buy a new business. Can't buy another body. Get one shot at this. So how you live is how you live. And it's going to reflect on you more as you get older. Because what's going to happen is you're going to notice these things breaking down and go, well, how do I fix it? Well, what if you didn't break down in the first place, right, Jen? What if we were able to mitigate some of that breakdown? Huge, right? Okay. I have talking points. Look at me. Okay, so as you'll see, we've got some vendors set up around here to help you guys out. They can explain what they do. They're willing to do demos and kind of teach you guys a little bit about what they do. I will have them up here on stage to talk about it a little bit. And the goal of this is not for them to collect leads or not for them to, just get your information. They want to teach you. They want you to learn. They want to introduce you to something you may or may not have ever heard about. That's all. They're here to educate. All this is about building a community. We're here in Las Vegas. I want to build this community. I want to have the coolest community we can possibly have based around biohacking and longevity. Look, I know, like I said, it's Sin City and a lot of people do other things here, but what about the rest of us that are into health and wellness and longevity and just want to, be healthy and teach people about being healthy and be healthy for other people? Because we all have family here, right? A lot of people have family. Well, you want to be healthy for your family because you want to be able to interact. You want to be able to do the things you want to do. If you want to go hiking, you want to go, out to see a show, you want to go for a race, whatever. We've got to be healthy enough to do that. So the goal of this community is literally so we can help each other. And what I ask in that is, I just want you guys to be open-minded. If somebody, if somebody introduces you to something, just give them the time and listen to what they're talking about and be open-minded about it. And maybe try it for yourself. Because a lot of people, they get this closed-minded thing where like, well, I'm just going to do this one thing, and I'm just going to do this one thing. I can show you right now, I do a lot of things. JohnXD built by, and you don't see one name on there, you see several. And these are protocols that I use pretty much every day, except for OsteoStrong, I do it once a week. But other than that, I take care of myself, and it's not hard. This isn't difficult work. It's not like, well, I got to go to CrossFit and grind it out every day. I got to go, beat myself down. No, this is about how can we be more efficient? How can we be more efficient with our time? Our time is our valuable asset, right? You can't buy time. You can't get it back, but you only get a little bit of it, Okay, let's see. It's not a puzzle, or it's a puzzle. It's not one size fits all. There's the other thing that we're going to learn today, is that it's not a one thing, one size fits all. You're different from you, you're different from you, she's different from him. It's all different, but we have to find out what works. And a lot of the stuff you'll learn is actually synergistic with each other. There's a lot of stuff that we can do that works with each other. Like I said, Align Mat and Brain Tap. Those are two great things that are really designed to put your body into a relaxed parasympathetic state. Andy, you just did it recently. How did you feel? Amazing.
Amazing.
Yeah. So that's what it's about. This community is going to work together. So we're going to support each other. And by saying that and by doing so, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing monthly memberships for this. So up until this point, I've been doing these for over 2 years, and I've been doing them free. I've been paying for it myself. A lot of people don't realize that I fund these things and support these things myself. But what I'm going to ask now is I'm going to ask my community to help me. And I'm going to ask my community to give back. Okay? And you'll see I got some sheets with the pricing. Basically, it's going to be inexpensive. It's going to be about $45 for the year if you want to sign up, and it's actually $40 today, $45 if you want to sign up later. But $45 for the year to just make sure that I can keep putting out food, to make sure I can keep putting on these events, because these events are a lot of hard work and they get expensive. I've got employees that I've got to pay. I've got people that I want to get here. I want to give you guys some food. I know it's 5:30. I don't want anybody hangry. I don't want anybody mad at me. What I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about vendors and practitioners, all the guys that are here, you guys, and some of my vendor or practitioner friends. I'm going to have you guys all come up here for a couple minutes after we get done with some of the guest speakers. I've got two really good guest speakers for you guys. I've got Mike Edwards, who's a PT that is an amazing guy with fascia, fascia around and find out, which is like my favorite thing ever. That is the epitome of FAFO. And he has, Mike, you got stickers for that, right? You got stickers with you, fascia around and find out. So he makes it fun. And the conversation I had with Mike originally, he's like, man, he goes, I've been a PT for 20 years. After learning fascia, oh my God, everything changed. And I'll let him tell that story, but it was super cool to meet you. And how I met Mike was he simply came to a biohack meeting. He found out about this and came to one of my meetings. That's how we became friends. And that's how a lot of these people in this room became friends with me, because they just came to a meeting and said, hey, I want to see what this is about. My other practitioners, I don't know a lot about what you do, but I'm definitely going to have you guys up here for a few minutes and to talk about that. And with my practitioners and vendors, we're going to have a business vendor model where you guys are going to have an opportunity to speak, to be in this room full of cool people, but also to be in Vegas Wellness Magazine at a discounted rate. So anybody that's looking to get a little bit more exposure, we're going to have you on the website. We're going to have you on Vegas Wellness Magazine. We can have you guys being in these meetings, but we got a special price for you guys as well, okay, if anybody's interested. How many people got raffle tickets? Everybody, did everybody get one? Hey, can we get more raffle tickets over here? Anybody that didn't get a raffle ticket, hold your hand up. Okay. And Serena, Angel, somebody. Hold them up again one more time. So at the end of the guest speakers, what we're going to do is we're going to do a little raffle. You do have to be present to win, but we've got some really cool prizes, including some of the stuff I'm going to give away. How many people are familiar with aloe? How many people, yeah, you guys like aloe? You guys drink it all the time now, yeah. So I'm going to be giving away some aloe. I'm going to make sure I take care of you guys, okay? Other than that, let's see, what else do I want to talk about? I want to talk about how can we all help each other real quickly. So I want you guys to make sure we exchange information. If you meet somebody that you really like and you want to go talk to them more, go to see them. Roberta right here is a hypnotherapist. How many people have done hypnotherapy before? Yeah, a few of you. Yeah. Once again, it's life-changing because it teaches you how to meditate. A lot of people, high-strung people like myself, have problems meditating. But when you meet Roberta and you go through her session, she teaches you how to put your body into that calm, relaxed state. And that led me to Brain Tap, and it led me to a whole other slew of things. So I do thank you humbly. I appreciate you.